Renault has never been a brand that simply follows the rules. From its earliest days in 1899, when Louis Renault bolted a gearbox to his small voiturette and climbed the steep Rue Lepic in Montmartre, the company began building its legacy on ingenuity and risk-taking. It wasn't just about mobility, it was about moving the world forward through bold engineering and human-centric design. Over the decades, Renault evolved into a symbol of France's automotive prowess. But it's never stood still. And now, as the industry transforms into something electric, intelligent, and connected, Renault stands not just in step with that change but often a few paces ahead of it. Walking through Renault's modern vehicle lineup is like watching a brand flex every muscle it has. Take the Renault Clio, a car that redefined what a super mini could be. It's compact yet refined, affordable yet packed with advanced features. With every generation, the Clio has become more polished, more efficient, and more desirable. It's a model that carries the DNA of practical urban living, with subtle hints of French flair woven into every crease of the bodywork. The latest versions offer hybrid drivetrains, LED lighting, digital clusters, and a cabin trimmed with sustainable materials, turning this small car into a sophisticated companion for modern life. Then there's the Renault Captur, a crossover that blends SUV character with city-friendly agility. As European streets filled with tall, muscular utility vehicles, Renault found a sweet spot between rugged styling and compact dimensions. The Captur doesn't just look the part, it delivers real-world versatility. Sliding rear seats, customizable interiors, and a plug-in hybrid variant show how Renault reads its audience perfectly. It's youthful, flexible, and smarter than its size would suggest. For those who want more road presence, Renault's Arcana delivers a coupe SUV shape with expressive lines and dynamic performance. This fastback silhouette brings a sense of motion even when parked. It's a design rarely seen at this price point, and yet Renault has made it feel natural, accessible, and distinctly European. Its hybrid powertrain reflects Renault's increasing commitment to electrification, using energy smartly rather than extravagantly. It's not just an experiment in style, it's a confident stride into an SUV future. No conversation about Renault can ignore the all-electric Zoe, a pioneering force in the EV world long before the trend caught fire. While other manufacturers were still debating the viability of electric mobility, Renault took the plunge and delivered one of the most accessible electric vehicles ever made. The Zoe became a cornerstone of city electrification in Europe, thanks to its efficient battery, urban-friendly size, and remarkably low operating cost. It's not the flashiest EV, but it proves that accessibility is a superpower of its own. Even today, many see the Zoe as the reference point for affordable electric transportation. And now, as the world pivots to zero-emission mobility, Renault has entered a new chapter. The company's Renaulution strategy isn't just a rebranding exercise, it's a multi-layered transformation spanning product, technology, manufacturing, and sustainability. A key pillar of this transformation is the rebirth of iconic models in electrified form. The upcoming Renault 5 E-Tech, for instance, pays homage to the classic Super Mini from the 1970s while injecting it with state-of-the-art electric drive technology. Its retro-modern design, compact footprint, and city-centric performance strike a nostalgic yet forward-looking tone. It's not just about reinventing the past, it's about distilling Renault's soul into a format that fits the demands of the future. The same energy fuels the upcoming Renault 4 Ever Trophy, a reinterpretation of the rugged Renault 4 but with electric motors and off-road styling cues. With its boxy shape, high clearance, and youthful design, it's tailored for the new generation of drivers who care about capability as much as they do emissions. The 4 Ever aims to do for adventure what the Zoe did for urban commutes, democratize it without sacrificing charm or character. Renault isn't just betting on products, it's also restructuring how it builds them. Ampere, the electric vehicle division spun off from the parent company, is tasked with accelerating EV innovation and bringing down costs. This arm is not only engineering platforms tailored for electric cars but also optimizing supply chains and battery ecosystems. It's part of a larger ambition to make Europe a hub of electric vehicle development, powered by French ingenuity and global partnerships. This strategy stands in contrast to competitors who rely heavily on external suppliers. Renault is building a vertically integrated empire that can pivot faster and innovate deeper. On the technological front, the software-defined car is becoming a reality inside Renault's cabins. With the introduction of Google-powered infotainment systems and over-the-air updates, the brand has stepped into the connected era with elegance. Inside models like the Megane E-Tech Electric, drivers find widescreen displays, real-time navigation, voice commands, and an interface that rivals high-end smartphones. Yet despite this digital leap, Renault hasn't lost its warmth. The cabins remain inviting and intuitive, focused as much on comfort and ambiance as on futuristic tech. Performance hasn't been left behind either. The Alpine sub-brand, once a motorsport legend, is now Renault Group's performance and electric innovation laboratory. Under this banner, Renault plans to create high-performance EVs with real driving character. Already, the Alpine A110 has reignited the passion of purists, and future models promise to blend track-ready engineering with zero-emission powertrains. In many ways, Alpine represents Renault's belief that electric mobility can still be emotional, thrilling, and visceral. Global markets have not been neglected. Renault's strategy in emerging regions like Latin America, India, and North Africa reveals a sharp focus on value and adaptability. Models like the Kwid and Triber cater to budget-conscious consumers with smart packaging, robust engineering, and a keen eye for local needs. These aren't stripped-down versions of European cars, they're tailor-made products born from on-the-ground insight. And through strategic alliances with Nissan and Mitsubishi, Renault shares platforms and technologies while retaining its brand identity. It's a balancing act that gives it scale without dilution. Sustainability runs deeper than electric motors. Renault's refactory in Flins is one of the first facilities in Europe dedicated to vehicle recycling, repurposing, and circular economy principles. Instead of just building new cars, this facility repairs used vehicles, recycles parts, and even gives batteries a second life. It's a reflection of Renault's belief that true sustainability means thinking beyond sales numbers. It's about extending value, reducing waste, and transforming manufacturing culture. The brand's motorsport heritage also plays an unsung but vital role. From Formula One to rallying, Renault's engineering labs have long doubled as testing grounds for cutting-edge innovation. Turbocharging, regenerative braking, aerodynamic modeling, these aren't just buzzwords in marketing brochures. They were born in the crucible of competition, and they filtered down into the passenger cars that millions drive every day. Even as Alpine takes the spotlight in motorsport today, the influence of Renault's legacy continues to shape its technological direction. There's also a human touch to Renault's story, an understanding of design that reflects not just utility but emotion. French car design often walks the line between practical and poetic, and Renault fully embraces that philosophy. Whether it's the gentle curves of the Scenic, the angular confidence of the Arcana, or the retro-futuristic stance of the Renault 5 concept, the aesthetic choices are never arbitrary. They're cultural, contextual, and deeply intentional. Pricing strategy has also remained crucial to Renault's appeal. While luxury brands push the limits of what people will pay, Renault has maintained a commitment to affordability without feeling cheap. Even its electric models come at accessible price points, proving that sustainability doesn't have to cost a premium. Incentives, leasing programs, and government partnerships allow Renault to bring EVs to more people than almost any other European automaker. Looking ahead, Renault's roadmap includes not only expanding its EV lineup but also integrating AI, autonomy, and shared mobility. Concepts like the Renault Morphos and EasyGo suggest a future where cars adapt to lifestyle, environment, and need. These aren't just sci-fi fantasies, they're visions grounded in Renault's past willingness to take bold risks. As mobility itself evolves, whether through robotaxis, microcars, or battery-as-a-service platforms, Renault seems poised to lead the conversation, not follow it. Ultimately, what makes Renault such a compelling force is its multidimensional identity. It's a mass-market brand with a luxury subtext, a performance innovator with an environmental conscience, a historical icon that refuses to rest on legacy. In an era where cars are being redefined as software on wheels, Renault continues to treat them as something more, as companions, as culture, as catalysts for change. From cobbled Parisian streets to sun-baked roads in Brazil, from Formula One circuits to assembly lines in Douai, the spirit of Renault pulses with one consistent rhythm: reinvent, reimagine, and reconnect with what truly moves people. The journey is far from over, and if Renault's past century is any indication, the next one promises to be nothing short of revolutionary.